going on?
Very little, mate. What's going on with you?
Oh, just rolling around.
Just rolling.
I'm very jealous.
Just
Like,
rolling with it, man.
as comfortable as these are, that just looks like next level.
Yeah.
And there's a drumstick in the back of it too.
Is it really? Oh, well. Yeah.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Mm.
What's going on, guys?
We're hanging on the Live Room podcast. We got a special guest with us tonight.
Or what?
Oh!
You meant to say Sean?
This is Sean Orr from the Sean Orr Band.
This is Sean or Sean, depending how you spell it.
And this podcast, I've decided, will be called Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Goldilocks.
Okay. Because do you get it? Do you get it though? Because you're Big Ted.
That's right.
Oh,
I'm obviously Goldilocks.
Wow.
So
I love it.
We'll dispute the mother and child role, I guess.
yeah, that's an ongoing struggle, I think. But I'm definitely Goldilocks.
Definitely off to definitely.
I thought I was Goldilocks.
You know how long it's been since we've done a podcast?
At
least a month.
Yeah.
Quite
I
a
reckon
little
we've
while.
done like one a month over the last 2 months,
Probably.
including today.
And it's all my fault. Honestly, that's it.
We're busy
it
people, man.
happens.
It's all good.
It happens, man.
Man, I tell you what, it's nice to actually sit down and relax for once.
Yeah. Even
been-
if it's for an hour or
I've been
something.
going like a goddamn whirlwind tornado for the last hour. Now I can actually finally sit down. and
Feels
talk to
good.
you boys.
Well done, mate. Well
Chill
done.
out. Yeah.
So, Sean Orr.
how
Welcome.
you going?
Very well. Very well.
Who are you? What do you do? What do you do? Tell us about you.
I'm a musician. I live in Bendigo. I used to
How
live
tall
in,
are you?
I don't know, actually.
In centimeters.
I'm going to
I
guess
bet you're about
We have an
100
Australian audience.
180.
I'm going to say 182, especially with those boots.
Oh,
That's a
I
bang on
haven't
6
got the
foot.
same boots, actually.
We've got the exact same shoes
I was
on.
just going to say
Are
that.
they?
Windsor Smiths, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, these are Windsors. Old school.
Wow.
Are they Windsors?
Wow.
No, they're Nike, the other shoe brand.
These,
Often confused.
The only other one I know.
look, I've upgraded. Okay. I've upgraded. We'll come back to you soon, but I've upgraded from episode 1
Oh, right. The golden cleats or whatever you had, right?
because we can reference.
Yeah.
We're doing this already. Yeah, I had Vans, old school Vans with golden plates or whatever you want to call it. I just touched your leg there.
Spats. That's the most action I've had in months. It's welcome.
Yes, you sit tight.
Yeah,
So
come
I've
on.
upgraded
Yeah.
to some Nikes.
Mm.
But whatever, it doesn't matter.
I
So
mi-
you're a
I
musician,
miss-
you live in Bendigo?
I missed the gold tips. I'm sorry.
That's what she said.
I'm a musician from Bendigo. This is what I do. I'm full-time muso. I travel around. I do gigs. I do pub gigs. I play at restaurants. I play a lot of my own music, and then push comes to shove, you might have to play a few pub covers and stuff. Of
course,
it just
yeah.
does happen, but that's all part of being a muso. You just got to do what you can.
Full-time muso.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
So you, Sean, you have an interesting history with me.
Yes.
Sean Orr was my second ever session.
Second, yeah.
Second ever. You came on a Sunday
I do remember,
and you
yeah.
recorded a live acoustic version of Run Down the Hall.
Yep.
That was one of my most special memories.
There you go.
I've always wanted to figure out how actually did you get in touch with me to start your recording process?
So I think I saw you had a few ads posted on like Facebook through like Bendigo Musos, and then I saw you doing free recording, and
Yep.
you know, being the musos, you know, trying to save money, but then do a bit of music as well.
Mhm.
Like, you know, I just saw the opportunity, and then
Yep.
I ran with it, and then came in for the session, and
You ran down the hall with it. Kobe.
But I missed.
Yeah, that turned out really good.
yeah, and that recording ended up on the EP that we did as well.
Yes.
So
The eyes wide open.
yeah.
Great times. Great
Yeah.
fun.
And it was good because obviously you were starting out and I was sort of starting out doing
Help each other.
recordings and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was good that you were patient too, because I think we spent like a few good weeks sort of.
Yeah.
Well, it was a new
Back and
process, I
forth,
suppose.
yeah.
Man. Like I remember when I first like started recording anything, like it was so nervous. And
Yeah.
like, you know, it's just a completely new kind of world.
Yeah,
Especially when,
exactly.
you know, you're sitting there and you hear the click and it's like, all right, time to go.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's real now.
Yeah.
So,
But I loved it. I loved and like it makes
That's
me
fun.
want to do more
Yeah.
of it. And I sort of, looking back, I probably would change a lot, but then you don't want to change it because that's like
In the
marks-
moment.
Yeah, marks where you were at, sort of thing.
Yeah.
that's
So-
right.
I hear
Absolutely.
you.
So I loved it, and I want to keep doing it. Definitely
Yeah.
recording and also like the live aspect. I've gotten these gentlemen to play with me as well. Play some gigs. So we've done a few now. I think like
Three
or four maybe. Yeah,
something like that.
More to come hopefully. And and it's just nice playing your own music and playing it with a band, because like being solo, it just you can get a little bit lonely. You rock up at a gig set up by yourself and deal with hecklers and it's good. Yeah,
It's nice to have a bit of backup.
Yeah, and
both
like
musically and actually.
yeah, and like if you sort of muck up, I sort of got you guys to fall on. So
Yeah.
it's great.
As far as heckling goes, like from the audience, do you reckon you'd get more being a solo performer as opposed to being in a band? Or
I reckon
just like crowd interaction in general, or
yeah, like solo, you're sort of a little bit more vulnerable, I guess, because you're just by yourself. But then if you're sort of with a band, you're sort of interacting with your band members too. So it's sort of hard to sort of pierce through that a little bit.
yeah,
I sort of found. So yeah, I guess both has their benefits and pros and cons, I guess. So
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's been fun, like not only working on your EP well over last year.
yeah, it was about October, I think.
Wow.
No, it was like July.
Oh, true, yeah.
It was good because I helped you create that, also played on the EP, 2 songs on drums.
That's
and
right,
now you were looking to put together a band. I suggested Tyler, and here we are. So we've been doing this whole thing for just nearly a year now.
Yeah, because I was just trying to think. The first recording was at the start of the year.
It was in May.
The Run Down the Hall.
Yeah, Run Down the Hall.
Yeah.
And then you came back for me for the EP in July,
That's right.
which was really good. And it's good to be able to replicate that live as well, because I really enjoy your music, and we can all do it together.
yeah,
And then while Jackson is on the side doing his stand-up comedy, that's just skyrocketing.
his inevitable stand-up career.
Can we just talk about your hat for a moment?
Yes,
It is gorgeous. USA! USA! Born in the USA!
is that like your national anthem over there? or-
Depends
the one with lyrics, at least.
Depends which state.
It depends what state. Yeah, but we're here to have a fun rocking time, talk with Sean Orr about some fun experiences,
Yeah, man.
live gigs, whatever.
Speaking of experiences, live gigs, and whatever, we recently played the Blues Festival in Echuca.
Yeah, we
cheeky
did.
mate.
It's a big festival.
We didn't really get a chance to be brief after it, but
No.
you had a good time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was I sort of, for me, like it was I sort of got asked to do it last minute, and I was like, yep, cool, whatever. I'm pretty open to doing whatever. But then I think we sort of saw our stage when we got there, and it was
Shit. This is it. It was like as big as this rug right here.
Pretty much.
Because I literally brought this rug to set everything up on. And there was like, dare I say, the Roman term of measurement. I think you've heard it as a bee's dick.
Oh, yes.
That's how big the stage was. So
yeah.
That good old Roman idiom right there. The bee's dick.
Yeah. But that was
It was fun.
it was probably a little bit of a letdown, but I sort of like I got to play a festival, and that was good fun, and
Decent
good
crowd too, hey?
afternoon, yeah, and like I just sort of think like, oh yeah, it can only get better. I sort of think like,
yeah.
and like that sort of festival I've played at a few times, but never sort of been on the bill, like never on the official posters or anything like that.
right,
So
yeah.
it's sort of a bit of a funny one to sort of, because I wouldn't really consider myself strictly blues. I'm probably more like soul, folk, maybe pop sort of thing, and then sort of a little bit of blues. But yeah, it's sort of hard to get into that sort of scene, because a lot of the music, as much as I love blues, a lot of it can just be ding, 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 and like that's good, but then can sort of get a bit repetitive after a while. But
I've been thinking about this a little bit recently as to like the musicians that gravitate towards the blues genre as opposed to like anything else, pop, anything that's more structured. I think blues attracts a lot of musicians to improvise,
yeah,
like on stage, and just be like, all right, we're going to run this. We're going to do it in key of G.
yeah,
key of
there's some
C.
great like blues live acts.
Oh,
It's
absolutely.
awesome, yeah.
But like you
I'm
go
not
in,
putting like a downer on the blues.
No,
or
not
anything
at all,
Like
no.
blues is everything. So
Yeah,
Different
absolutely.
strokes, man.
Yeah.
That's right. But it attracts a different type of musician that's like, and it helps train another part of yourself, being able to improvise live almost immediately over something to really good results. Whereas I find any other genre is very structured.
Yeah.
And very follow this pattern.
Yeah,
Definitely. So that was really cool to experience at that festival. So.
Definitely not putting a down on the blues festival.
No.
Loved it. Maybe come back next year if they're listening.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, like that's the thing is like they didn't anticipate full band.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah,
we did what we could, and it sounded really good.
It did, yeah.
You know, so
got a lot of compliments and stuff. Hey,
That being said, I look forward to playing the Bendigo Blues Festival, which would be good.
Absolutely,
be really good.
You guys are on the bill for that?
Yes.
Nice, awesome.
Yeah.
When's that happening?
it's
November.
November. But we're
A bit
gonna,
later in the year, right? Cool.
Yeah.
Do we have
something
any
nice.
like information about where we're playing?
Nothing yet.
Nothing.
But we're I've been asked to do like the it's a bit of a warm up down like the Pall Mall on the main street. So I've talked a bit with you just before, but like possibly if you guys are interested, we could do that as well. But
yeah, for sure.
Sure. If they're happy to have a band,
yeah, that's it.
do it.
And if they know as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sean Orr's upcoming musician, really good, interesting stuff. You can hear his EP Eyes Wide Open on Spotify, iTunes, etc. It's just really interesting music, good music, great music. I've come to actually grow really close to it because I've been so closely involved with it now.
Yeah.
And it's good actually to talk about it because it's interesting. This podcast was actually started with you and I.
Yeah, true.
Because
yeah.
I had a thing on the Lad Studios YouTube page called Behind the Mic where I interviewed you just shortly after you got your CDs printed. And everything.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the starting point for this.
Aha.
And obviously we brought her along, Big Ted and Little Ted, medium-sized Ted.
We need a
myself.
better nickname.
Little Ted's pretty good.
Little Ted's all right.
No, not
Big Ted. Well, if you think about the Australian classic ABC show Play School, there was a character called Big Ted and Little Ted.
Absolutely.
That would make sense.
I love it.
Beloved characters.
I almost can't even bear it. So good.
Pun machine over here.
Oh man,
On fire tonight. I love it.
yeah, man. So what do we want to talk about? Because we got all the boring stuff out of the way.
Oh, thanks.
Kidding.
We've got the formalities.
So let's talk about your live gigs. I'd like to hear some interesting stories if you've ever had any. Like we mentioned earlier about like heckling. Has anybody ever?
Yeah. I've got a lot of good and bad experience, but I'll tell a good experience. Like occasionally, like you get like tips, like people just chuck you like a 5 or a 10, or even
Nice.
20s. But but
enough
the
to
best,
get the bus home.
Yeah. I'm not that like I'm not a starving musician. Like that.
Come on, dude. He takes an Uber.
Yeah. But so like you get occasional tips, but the best tip I've ever had, I was playing at a place in Echuca and and there was a football club at this place where I was playing there. I think they won a championship or whatever. But and I'd finished the gig about 8 o'clock, and they're like, "Oh mate, keep playing." And I'm like, "Oh no, I'm done now. Sorry guys." And then they're like, "Oh, we'll give you a tip. And then this hat went around, and then $250 later, they're like, "Oh, just play for another 15 minutes." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, sure."
Yeah. At $1,000 an hour, I can do that.
That's nice.
So yeah, that was probably the best tip, and that was not all about money, but that was a good day.
Fantastic.
That's good.
It's always a nice bonus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I don't know. As far as sort of like hecklers and stuff, I've had some pretty shitty experiences as well. Like I was playing a little like
Play Barnsey.
yeah, all that. Play Barnsey, Gambler. Latest has been
Wild
horses.
Yeah.
Not wild, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
horses,
yeah.
yeah. And I just think, it's just the worst song because even when you like think about the song, it's like no one knows really like the verses. It's
Yeah.
the chorus they'll know.
Most people are that way, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's just like it's the weirdest sort of like verse anyway, and just like I just hate it. I've never played it, never. So, but and then just sort of dealing with like drunk people and even like people who are coked up or whatever. It's just like just get out of my grill. And
It's a weird experience being a muso in that kind of scene. Isn't
that's
it?
where it's sort of like, as I was saying, like a solo can be sort of good, but it can be bad. Like,
For sure.
because you got sort of no one to back you up, sort of thing. You're trying to call for security or watch your gear, and
It's terrible.
It's nice to have a bit of backup for sure.
yeah, definitely.
Yep.
You know, it's good to have someone like
Good old Big Ted.
Sounds like
Ted,
Big
yeah.
Ted.
Sees him behind the 4-string. It's like, yeah, I won't rob that guy. No.
Big Tyler.
Yes.
You've had your fair share of gigs.
I've had a few, yeah.
Right. Let's talk about you. Have you had any negative experience? I've got a really funny one to follow up. I've got a really good one.
Any negatives?
Go ahead, keep talking. I'll be
Not really. I don't like
From the audience?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Nah, generally people
People are out for a good night. But
Yeah.
there's a difference between, like, generally for a musician's just, they're doing another gig. They're doing another show. Some people in the crowd, though, they're having the best night of their life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So some of that energy and the barrier and what they want to keep the party going. You just want to play a bit of a chill number. Yeah, there's going to be a bit of contrast.
Yeah, that's it.
There's a bit like I don't really have bad experiences. I have a lot of good, but I have a lot of weird at the
Let's
same
hear
time.
some weird.
I've had some weird as well. Yeah.
Some weird was obviously when we played the blues festival. There was a gentleman after our last set who came up and asked us whether we could sign his guitar.
Oh, that was strange.
Yeah.
It was strange. It was strange, but
Weird.
he was so nice about it and
Yeah.
stuff. He was such a nice guy, but I just felt really weird about signing like a prized possession of his.
Yeah, because it wasn't like a knockaround guitar. I asked him like, "Oh, so you're not that precious about these guitars?" Like, no, I love this guitar,
I just want you guys to sign it.
and I'm just like, oh,
Okay, mate. Yeah, sure. Like,
yeah,
Whatever.
like
flattered, yeah.
it's nice, but it was just so strange. Like
The
I never
Sean
had
Orr
that
band
experience.
on this guy's guitar.
Yeah.
I have no idea who he is, who he was. This is just so stupid why he asked me this. He's like, he's like, where are you from? Obviously, everybody says that. And of course they think I'm from Canada. And I'm like, oh no, I'm actually from New York. And then they're like, oh, New York City. Yeah, dude, love the Bronx. Hey, yo. And I'm like, actually, no, I live in upstate New York. So then once we get down to that point, the guy's like, oh yeah, do you happen to know by any chance, do you know Gene Simmons? And I was like, what makes you think I know Gene Simmons? He's like, I don't know. You never know. I mean, there's like 3 billion people in America.
I don't know Gene Simmons, but I'm very friendly with Alice Cooper.
I know. Strange guy.
Absolutely. Yeah, but he was lovely. He was so lovely.
Yeah.
I've had another weird experience where we actually played in a gig in Navy Blue.
Hmm.
And this is at the Newmarket Hotel when that
I
was still
remember that.
operating. Yep.
Was that my gig?
Your gig, the one you did sound and
Yeah.
lights
Yeah,
for.
yeah,
definitely, yeah. The only one we played at Newmarket
With cheeky giggles.
with the cheeky giggles, yeah. But there was a couple of people in the front that like pulled me aside after the show, and it was probably the worst show we played as a band. Like we're all sick. I whacked my headstock on the cymbal, and they came up to me at
Power
the
went
end.
out a few times.
And they had like, they were really wired. Like they, either had 6 Red Bulls in a row or just taking something illicit. And at the end of it, they're just like, man, you're the greatest guitarist we've ever seen. Oh my God. Like you gotta keep playing. And I'm gonna stop now. The show's done. Just
Weird.
yeah. Very strange.
Yeah, like sometimes you get like some places I play regularly, you get your regular sort of weirdos.
Mhm.
Like people are always there and they're always strange. Actually, I'm trying to think. Oh, I've got one more story. So I was playing another gig in Chuka, and this guy came up to me and he was like, "Oh man," I was just about to start setting up, and he came up and he was like, "Oh man, have you got any CDs?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll just set up first, and you can come and buy one, no worries." And he's like, "Yeah, cool man." And I'd seen him around before. I'm like, "Oh yeah, sort of a weird guy, but not friendly enough, whatever."
Yeah, cool.
And then I set up and stuff. And then he came up, gave me $10, bought a CD. I'm like, "Oh, cool, man. Thanks, man." And he's like, yep, cool, man. But just so you know, don't tell any people I smoke crack. I'm like, what? I was like, mate, I don't even really know you. Like, I wouldn't be spreading rumors about you.
No worries, mate. Just enjoy the CD.
Yeah, but he was like, and he's like, "No, I don't smoke crack or anything like that. I'm not a druggie. I don't do ice. Like, but I know that you're spreading rumors about me." I'm like, "No, I don't even know you. Like, I'm not going to spread rumors about you." And then
He's hearing voices or something, man.
it was a bit of a weird experience. And then I was like, "Look, mate, I didn't." And he's like, "Oh, you were at the Chamois last night. It's another place." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I was there, but I wasn't talking to anyone. Like, I don't even know you. I wouldn't spread rumors I wouldn't even spread rumors." But that was a strange one, yeah. So
That's just part and parcel, It's part of the game.
Yeah.
Part of the game. I tell you what, I've done some I've seen some weird stuff. I've signed some weird shit.
Have you?
Ooh.
Yes.
Weirder than a guitar.
Yeah, oh, so much more strange than a guitar.
Or was it a pair of breasts?
No.
No?
So
Just a singular.
let's take it back to 2011. This is 7 years ago. This is about 2 weeks after I graduated high school. My current band and I went to Rockapalooza in Jackson, Michigan.
Sorry.
No, you're just dying over
Something
here.
didn't mix well there.
I hear you. That's what she said. So after we played this festival, we opened up for a bunch of different bands. Doesn't really matter. We had a merch table, so we were selling CDs, shirts, wristbands, etc. That had like Now the City. The band was called Now the City. It was like myspace.com/Now the City. So anyway, we signed a bunch of T-shirts, CDs, and some guy's like, "Can you sign my forehead?"
Sure thing, bro.
I thought you were going to say something else there for a second. But that's all right.
Can you sign my fore?
No, not that.
Anyway, get back to the forehead.
So anyway, I signed this guy's forehead. I'm pretty sure there's footage of it on YouTube somewhere because I've vlogged.
Did he get it tattooed on his forehead afterwards?
I hope to God. Weirder than that, you're never going to expect this because this is so off the wall. I signed a almost eaten pizza crust. I was playing
almost eaten.
Yeah, well, it was like somebody had eaten
Like
a slice
half
of
done.
pizza all the way up until the crust, and they were like, "Hey, can you sign my crust?"
Sure thing, bro.
And like
Yeah, man.
the 17 or 18-year-old me was like, "Sweet, dude, I get to sign something." This was a gig in Frackville, Pennsylvania. So it was weird. And I'll leave you guys with one more gig story. This is the mother of them all. So back in my my mid-teens, I think I was about 16 at this stage. This is like weird because I shouldn't have even been playing in this bar. So it was some sort of camping lodge or trailer park or something like that. So we were asked to play. We had no sound, so I had to ask my best friend's father, who had a bunch of sound gear, to come up and do it. It was like very last minute, and nobody wanted to do the gig, but we were going to get a couple $100, so it was fine. So I lug everything there. We lug all the amps. We do 2 trips, and it was like a half hour there, a half hour back. And we set up at this resort lodge or whatever. It was weird. It was some dive bar. So we're playing on the dance floor. We're about an hour into our like 3-hour set. We're playing Detroit Rock City by Kiss.
Yes.
So here I am, 16, 17-year-old me with a long ass ponytail that goes down to my waist. I think I had my shirt off because I wanted to be whatever about.
Because you're playing Kiss.
Yeah, pretty much. Detroit Rock City. Does anybody have any guesses what happened next while I sip on my coffee?
Someone ripped your pants down.
No, we're sitting down.
You played a different song by Kiss straight after.
No.
No? Okay.
So this mid-40s, 50-year-old woman starts drunk dancing with her partner or whatever the hell you want to call it. So I'm looking at all the other bandmates and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, honestly, like she was, if I'm going to be politically correct, which I don't like to be, she was significantly overweight.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
She looked like the Stay Puft Marshmallow woman. So she's drunk dancing, right? And all of a sudden, I'm just, in the moment playing drums, obviously focused on, and I just see, boom.
Oh.
It looks like a set of burnt pancakes just fell on the dance floor. Let's just put it that way. That's what happened.
Rock and roll.
Do you guys know? Do you guys understand what I mean?
Oh, yes.
I'm very, that is as vivid picture as you can paint.
Yeah.
Yep. That was it.
Fantastic.
So that was me
Wow.
playing.
You go, girl.
Whatever, dude. It was so strange.
You do you, girl.
And
right.
I've never played there again. I've never gone back there since. It was just weird.
And you've been wearing a shirt ever since.
I have.
Don't matter.
Yeah. So live gigs are certainly an interesting thing. And as you would know,
For
as
sure.
a solo artist or playing with the band, I think you're more prone to get hecklers just by yourself, whether you're doing stand-up comedy or whatever.
And it would be more confronting as a stand-up for sure, because
It's part of the fun, though, with some comedians are really known for being good responding to
When
you're
really,
yeah.
like guys like Jimmy Carr and that,
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
people that are just, boom, they're one step ahead of you.
Same
before
thing
you
with
even
musicians
start.
too. Like you got like Josh
Yeah.
Homme from Queens of the Stone Age. If someone heckles him, he's like, "Get the F out of here! You get out right now!"
have you seen that video? There's they're at a festival and then this guy dressed up as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And he's like, bring Spider-Man to me.
Bring him to me. The show doesn't go on unless he's up here with me.
That's the best.
So cool.
Yeah.
Then once he's on stage, oh yeah, get the fuck
Gotta
out.
get out of here. We got a song to play.
Have you seen the video of Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit? Oh, yeah, I think you talked about this because we can reference.
All right.
It was a live video.
We mentioned Limp Bizkit a bit. on
It
this
was of
podcast.
Limp Bizkit, and there was a guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, get that guy up here now. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
a crowd surfing this wheelchair out on stage.
That was cool. Yeah, that was a sound wave.
So that was
Yeah.
exactly like the Echuca Blues.
Yeah,
Reds.
yeah.
Just more wheelchairs.
More or less.
So what's on the horizon for you there, young man? Do you plan on recording sometime soon? Are you just playing shows? What are you doing?
I'm just still doing the odd sort of like pub gigs here and there and stuff, but I'm sort of looking to do a bit of rebranding for myself. Like I've sort of gone under my name, like Sean Orr, since I was about 18, 17 or something. I'm just sort of like...
Probably earlier than that. Probably since you were born.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
I didn't laugh. But
was trying to
blew it
be-
right out of my nose.
yeah. That's how I laugh often on this
But
podcast. I'm
like musically, you've gone under that.
Yeah,
your
musically.
name.
Yeah. Under my name. But yeah, I'm going to mix it up a bit and do something else maybe. And
But this has been a common point of chat for you, me, and Eric is what you will go
Yeah.
under. Do you have any inroads there? Or
I've got a name, but I'm not going to say.
The live room first.
Yeah.
Oh, what if we edited that?
Nah, I haven't sort of... I'm sort of still sussing out like...
You're not confident with it yet, or
No, I love the name,
Okay.
but I don't want to say it yet because I want to, really sort of hype it up a bit. And
Yeah, of course.
And my sister's a graphic designer. She does some great artwork, and she's sort
she
of...
did your artwork.
Yeah. Oh no, she has done some before, but for the Eyes Wide Open,
Yeah.
there was my partner's dad. He's artist as well. Yeah.
Yes.
But so I've got an idea of what I want to do for a new sort of project. so,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Well, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't know what it is, but you heard that there's news about.
You heard it here first.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Yes.
No, that'd be cool, man. Like sometimes a rebrand's what you
Oh,
need, isn't
yeah,
it?
definitely.
Absolutely. Just to spice things up again, make everything fresh. So
That's it.
there you go.
New ideas, new music, new concepts. Yeah. It's all part of that.
I think it's good too because when we first started jamming, it was like we're playing Sean Orr's music, but now we've started to develop a sound as we've played covers. So everything we do doesn't necessarily sound like we're playing this song. It just sounds like us playing. Whatever,
Yeah.
because everything's fairly consistent.
Yeah.
And we've had fairly good response as well. So like it's the most interesting group or whatever I've been a part of. So I'm happy to continue doing it if
Oh,
the
for sure.
opportunity's there. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's fun.
Because that's sort of what it has inspired me to sort of do this sort of project.
Yeah.
Because I've enjoyed the band aspect of it. It's
sure.
just been great. Yeah. So
The
it'll
band
be
camaraderie.
yeah.
For sure.
So I'm sort of sussing out some ideas and some songs, and I've done a bit of writing and
It's good.
Are you planning to go for that similar vibe? Are you going for something completely different?
yeah, I'm sort
Psychedelic glam rock.
of
It's trending. It's
It will
trending on
be
Twitter.
now.
It's going to be a thing.
Hashtag psychedelic glam rock.
yeah, I don't know yet. I'll just
New
sort
name
of
for the
like
podcast.
I'll see where the songs and stuff sort of
Take you.
sit, I
Yeah,
guess,
of course.
and like how they'd sort of sit with a band. Like,
Yeah.
be good to do some rehearsals with you guys with them and
For
stuff.
sure, man. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
Absolutely. That's all happening.
Exciting.
Very good. Very good. So what's next? What do you want to talk about next? We can talk about other stuff.
Well, should we talk about a certain incident that happened at the festival involving a certain guitar? Or
Yes, yes. Yes. This was devastating.
because this will lead on to like Sean's gear stuff.
Oh yeah. So
Segway in the city.
So at the festival, I brought my Epiphone Dot. So it's like a semi-hollow guitar, and we did one set with it, and then I put it in its case, and probably not the best case, but then I sort of had it next to a tent, and then
It's quite windy that day
it's
too.
quite
wasn't it?
windy, and then I went and I think I got a lamb slider, and I came back and it tipped over, and then I'm like, oh, okay, and I opened it, neck's snapped off.
Ooh.
The headstock snapped, I mean.
The old Gibson Epiphone sort of snap.
So
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
old scarf joint.
yeah, so that snapped. And
Did
that,
it break at the scarf joint, or
No.
was it a bit higher? Or lower?
a bit
Above.
high, yeah. So that was a bit shit, but I had a spare guitar, which is sort of my DIY guitar that I made last year.
The
But
good old all red guitar.
yeah. But yeah. So that was sort of shit. But I'll get it fixed and
Yeah, of course, man.
be fine,
That's a
but-
workhorse. That thing.
yeah.
It's a good guitar.
But then yeah, I'm sort of looking at some new gear hopefully soon because I'm
Absolutely.
sort of like the DIY guitar that I did. I did rush it because I wanted to play it for a particular gig
I hear you.
last year. So I was like, oh, I want it done. And I originally was going to, it's in like a Fiesta Red sort of finish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a Tele sort of DIY guitar and a Fiesta Red finish. And I thought it was going to look awesome, but I was originally doing it as awesome. Yeah. I was doing it as like a sunburst sort of color. It just turned out shit. And I just spray it red and then wouldn't do it for this gig. And then I don't think I ground it properly. So it buzzes a lot. And then like, sometimes it just screams at certain gigs or something. It just feeds back. and-
Just hisses, yeah.
yeah. So I'm just looking at sort of investing in some good gear soon. And,
Well, what are you thinking?
yeah.
You still like those hollow body sort of sounds?
I want some.
Were you
I'm
joining
liking
the dark side?
I'm liking Fenders these days. So,
Team Fender.
Yeah.
3 against 1, man.
This is a reference to an earlier podcast, if anybody was wondering.
Because
We can do that.
we can do that.
Yes.
Isn't that one of your? You've got a little logo thing, Gibson.
Only Gibson is good enough.
Yep, I do
Yeah.
have it. Let me just quickly say, I was recently working with our first guest, our second guest, Stephen Ham. Was he the first or second?
Jason was the first.
Jason was first.
Okay, because we can reference now. Stephen Hammer, otherwise known as Shaven Hamster.
Yep.
He came in here. We've been working on a project we can talk about later. But he said to me, I listen to every episode of the podcast. And he's like, I absolutely can't stand when you guys are like, because we can reference.
Yes.
So I'm going to call him out.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
Calling you out, Steve.
You've been triggered, Stephen.
It's
it-
lame and we all love
Is it working? You don't know? 2 seconds. Let me just double check with my other engineer. Should still be wrong,
No problems.
but imagine if we weren't.
So Fender-wise. we
Fender-wise.
thinking Strat. We thinking
Yeah,
Tally.
so
We
we've-
thinking...
I think we've sort of said like I'd love to get a Strat. I reckon.
Yeah.
Maybe- and I've played yours before, and I played it at one of the gigs we did, and it just had it sort of suited what I was playing as
that
well.
jangly sort
It's
of
got soul
like,
to it.
Yeah, and it's just like I love the guitars and like, it's just got a kill. And then sort of like the neck and middle pickup. It's just like
That's where I kept it.
awesome. Yeah. And yeah, so I'm thinking of Strat, I think, next.
Now, we were talking briefly about it on before the podcast, but you're thinking, was it the hybrid series?
Yeah,
Is
so
it-
they've just like put out one. It's a Fender Japan hybrid. So it's sort of made in Japan, but then it's got like US parts and stuff. So it's got like
right.
the,
Best of both worlds, right?
yeah.
Yep.
So it's got like US pickups and a lot of the hardware would be from the US. And yeah, I'm just sort of, and then it's got my favorite color, like the Fiesta Red. So I'm just like, oh yeah, that might have to be.
Just way to do it.
It's
Nice.
almost like your signature guitar.
Oh, I just love that color. And like I've always had red guitars too.
the old
so
red
like,
Strat.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
like it's, yeah.
and like they're not sort of. I wasn't sort of attracted to like that like Strats for a while because everyone just had like black Strats, like
Yeah.
you know, like the SX package.
Exactly, yeah.
Like everyone had Strats, but now I'm just like, oh yeah, it's sexy, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Things come in
got-
cycles.
What I noticed when I first got my Strat is it's called growing up. You know, you grow up and you become an adult, and then you get an adult guitar like a Strat. No, I'm joking.
Talk about a trigger warning.
Yeah, it can't be the Les Paul for me, honestly. That's what it is.
It's gorgeous, man.
But that being said, I do love my Crafted in Japan Mustang.
Yeah.
Very nice guitar.
Is that Geddy Lee bass behind you there? Is that Japan as well?
Yes, it is.
It is beautiful.
There are 3 different variations of the Geddy Lee bass, 2 of which I've had. I've had the made in Mexico ones, which I've never had luck with. The neck always warps really bad. I mean, I remember years ago when I was playing bass semi-professionally. The neck always used to warp in summertime, and I would have to pay $100 before a gig, probably twice a summer, to get it set up because it would just warp so significantly. It was like an inch off of the 12th fret.
Wow.
It was really bad.
Gnarly.
It was really bad.
How
so
did that even happen?
I don't know whether they use soft wood. I mean, it almost doesn't make sense because
Play-Doh?
it's sealed
Like-
and treated. They probably use Play-Doh. But the Crafted in Japan seems to have held up so far.
For sure.
I mean, you've gigged with it more than I have.
Yeah, I have actually.
and it's a very good, it's a reliable workhorse.
Oh, for sure. And like I've got a Fender Aerodyne bass at jazz bass at home, which is very similar, and they're just you can feel the quality in it.
Yeah.
So to have that Japanese feel, but with US
Yeah.
parts, which are a bit of a higher quality,
Yeah.
that's a winner, man. That's
Yeah,
a
so
winner.
that's what I'm thinking.
Fantastic.
Good.
Do you have any plans to upgrading the amps or pedals or anything soon? Are you pretty happy with that?
Yeah.
What are you running? Are you running a little Vox, like 15 watt?
Yeah. So I've
combo?
had that since I was like 16, I think.
Vox are a good brand, dude.
Yeah. But I do love. I like your tweed, but then the only thing is like backwards.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of thinking, maybe because they don't have them the other way, do
They
they?
do.
They do.
They do. It's just that one for
Yeah.
whatever reason. I think that particular line of Blues Deluxe reissue is I flipped the other way for whatever reason. But tonight I'm thinking it's last night here at Light Studios.
Yeah.
The reason why is because it's on a rental thing. So I pay X amount per month. And I've had it for nearly 2 years.
So you can.
And I've paid over market value for it. And I still have another year and a half to go before I can apply to buy it for like $500. Monetarily wise, it's an extra $100 I don't have to spend, or more than that, I don't have to spend per month. So I'm just going to roll with my orange OR15, get in a little orange cab because it's going to be easy. And I don't really play guitar a whole lot or as much as I'd like to. So I'll just run my sound through the 1981.
They're a neat head also.
Yeah, man, that thing came on the plane with me and carry on. I held that on my side. It was stowed away. So why not embrace it? I've had it for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
Just a good amp.
Yeah, for
It's a
sure.
good amp. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with upgrading stuff every now and again.
Oh, yeah,
It's just
definitely.
you want to, you're probably at the point now, is especially if you're taking it more seriously. I mean, you're doing it full time. You want to invest in good stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like the guitars, like a good electric guitar is going to be great because, yeah, like the Epiphone's been great, but then I always find it's too heavy and a bit too bulky to sort of move
it's a
around.
big guitar.
Yeah. And then like this DIY, like it was just sort of, it's fun to do, but then it's good shape and like comfortable, but then it's just not reliable.
You get to a certain, I guess, caliber of musician where I feel like you deserve better stuff.
I agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then
Like,
with an amp, I'd love to get a good Fender amp or something.
absolutely,
And,
man.
as far as pedals, like I'm not really. I have this like a Boss sort of multi effect stuff, but I hardly even use. I use like maybe the wah wah and then sort of a bit of a boost now and then. But
yeah.
I'm sort of keep it simple sort of thing. Yeah.
Once you get a couple pedals, you just keep buying them.
Oh, yeah.
Case in point, honestly, like
Yeah.
I was so anti-pedals for the longest time because I always felt that I was able to get enough out of my orange with the gain set at about noon. And now I've over the point where I've been recording, especially, I'm finding I'm not getting enough ass out of my guitars. The guitars are really good guitars, and you can get good sound with your hands through the amp.
You just need a bit more.
But with the amount of headroom that I have as far as volume wise, I haven't really been able to scream an amp until I've been here.
That's right.
I find, especially now with the 1981 pedal, that's really good sound from the front of the guitar.
It fills in all the gaps, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And that partnered with the Caroline Brad RIH Royal Albert Hall pedal, which is like basically a Jimmy Page high watt pedal. That's good.
Middle
Yes,
one,
yeah. And then the Russian Pickle as well, which is kind of like a big muff kind of fuzz thing. It's fine for me. I do want to play out at some stage this year with my own music, but I just don't have the time. Honestly, that's all it's come down to.
Set your mind to it, it'll happen, man.
I know. I'm going to take a month off of all this stuff, except for the podcast, and just finish my EP. Do it.
Yeah.
And I can gig out and whatever, and that'll be fun. So,
Badass.
but pedals, I mean, for sure, they can really give you a good, diverse stuff.
Definitely.
I'd love to hear this.
That's
Actually.
really good. Well, you should hear the album I'm working on because that's all over it. It's like
Lovely.
massive fuzz, really, really good fuzz. But your little
Sick.
Boss pedal is good enough. It can do a little bit, but
Yeah.
Multi effects units, man. Like for me, they're the way to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd have to have 50 pedals.
They've come a long way.
Yeah.
they have.
Also.
Definitely.
You would know.
Definitely.
know.
Yeah, I'm big into that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about investing in something called a Line 6 power cap,
Okay. Yeah.
which is designed for my Helix unit you see over there, right next to the GoPro. there.
Yeah, man.
And it's designed to project like stereo or mono
Yeah, okay,
of the sounds. I can have it just be a flat response monitor.
Yeah, yeah.
So what you're hearing is exactly what the pedal says, or there's 6 different channels on it that I can change to different speakers.
Yeah, okay.
So it could be like a cream or like a greenback speaker or something. You get those colorations of that speaker on your tone. So
I cannot tell you how handy that is, especially in a studio environment. I could buy that cabinet. That's all I need. If I'm actually, recording and doing it.
That's very true, yeah, for a recording studio. It's like having 6 different cabs.
But there's 6 presets on it, but in the new one they're about to release, you can put what's called impulse responses in it. So putting your own...
That's my boy.
Yeah, your own speaker simulations and stuff in it.
Yeah,
and you've got 128 spaces to put that in.
Those are so handy. Yeah. I've recorded with impulse responses for about the last year. Your EP was done with impulse responses and you didn't even know it. Basically what it is you take the like a non-biased power amp, right? You mic up the cabinet with an SM57 or a ribbon mic, and it sends this signal that's like for like 10 minutes, and it somehow scans the speaker
I've heard of
or
this
whatever
stuff. Yeah,
it's the same thing with like Kemper profiling.
That's right.
That's what I'm thinking.
Same idea, but you just do it for cabinets and mic configurations. So I can run my orange amp through a Shure reactive load. So it takes this tube amp signal, it takes a big signal, converts it into line level that a computer can hear, and then you can all put your different waveforms and everything. So that right there, that's why the Helix is now, or Line 6 to me is something I would finally invest in, because I was one of the first buyers with the Beta 2 or whatever it was, well over maybe 15 years ago nearly. Not even, no, I'm not that old. But it doesn't matter. Like technology has come.
Yeah, definitely.
Line 6 are ahead of the game.
They really are. Like to the point where like I'm thinking of just making my entire live like rig all Line 6 based. So I've got the Helix, I've got the power cab. I'm thinking of getting a Variax guitar too. So it's a guitar, just looks like a Strat. But there's like, you've got a tone, volume, but you've got one that's like, all right, I'm going to just switch that, switch there, and it'll be drop D, or I'll switch it again, it'll be drop C.
Yeah.
And then you can just change it to a bass and like different sounds, and just
interesting though, because
the Line 6 enthusiast over here.
The string tension wouldn't change.
No, and what you hear atmospherically without the amp is still going to be in standard, but what comes through the speaker might be drop C.
That'd be strange, wouldn't it?
It'd be a strange feeling,
But it works.
Yeah, it definitely works. Yeah. So, and that's just, you just need the one guitar then. You don't need this guitar set up in drop C, this one in drop D, you know.
That's it,
nice and easy. So, but man, we're just confusing you with all this gear talk. You're just sticking
look,
the
I'm pretty like,
I'm
just like, I like playing and like, I just like getting a good sound. Like
absolutely.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I'm pretty simple with it. Like as long as it sounds good.
You've got a good sound with your hands.
You do.
Yeah.
We've been lucky enough to play a song, which you'll hear at the end of the show. We did a pre-show. We did a live version of one of your songs that leads off your EP, Claustrophobia.
Yeah.
Did that with just the Fender Blues and then the Mustang there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
Perfectly
sounds
fine.
great, man.
I think you're the kind of player that it's, I don't think you really give a shit about all this fancy stuff. Like, man, if you plug in, you play.
That's right. Yeah.
Set.
99% of your tone is in here anyway. So like,
I agree.
Yeah. And like, I've sort of really gotten into like like learning guitar, you play with the pick and stuff, but I've sort of just like playing with your hands and just like picking like notes.
You feel it more, don't you?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I probably about a year ago just stopped using a pick.
Yeah.
And like, I've just improved dramatically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like all those little things I didn't learn in the beginning years of playing guitar.
Yeah.
It's all here now.
That's right.
So I finally caught up to where I should be, I guess.
It's interesting because it's such a diverse sound. I do look at, there's a guy in, he's just a professional player or whatever, but look him up on Instagram. His name is Jared James Nichols.
Yeah, I look at him all the time.
He plays with his hands, and he's like an ambassador for Epiphone and Black Star.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like two
That's
things
high profile.
Two things that you would look at are like the kind of budget stuff, but like
makes it scream though.
owns them really good. He
Yeah.
plays with his hands too, like pinch harmonics and everything.
And he's got the one like
Just
A90. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
What was his
follow
name
him
again?
too.
Sorry.
Jared James Nichols.
I'll follow that as soon as this
He's
podcast is
a
out.
hell of a guitar player.
Mm.
Yeah.
That sounds
Seriously.
cool.
Yeah, really good. But like that's the thing, phones in your hand.
How's the Instagram game with guitars lately? It's ridiculous.
Mateus Asata. That's the guy you want to watch.
Matty Sasato, yeah.
Is he that?
He's the like Asian looking guy.
He's got long hair.
Long hair, yeah,
He plays,
yeah.
like, he
He's
plays like a
crazy,
pink
yeah.
guitar, like a pink Stratocaster.
Sir.
Oh, I love those actually. They look cool.
Ah.
Yeah.
But like all these like really high end guitarists on Instagram are just uploading like basically like a jam every day or just like a riff
Yeah.
every day.
That's what you need to do. I need to get to that point where I just upload drum videos or guitar videos or bass videos, whatever. My wife is on me all the time. Get yourself out there. Put yourself on Instagram. That's the platform to be on.
Absolutely. I've been trying to do that too with like, I finally got my ideal like Instagram tag, Big Ted Music. Because you'll probably notice.
I noticed you've been changing them a bit.
Yeah, filthy dirty.
Filthy dirty.
Lots of stuff. Celine Dion official. Just lots of stuff. Just trying to find the right one.
Did you have that just hoping that somebody that Celine Dion would try to buy it?
Yes.
off you, or-
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you really have that?
Yeah. That was my first Instagram handle way back in the day. I had it for like a year.
That is really funny.
I got heaps of Celine Dion fans following me because I thought I was the official page. And then it was just this large bearded man playing guitar. I don't think that's Celine Dion. But yeah, the Instagram guitarist scene,
Yeah.
even music scene in general has changed a
great.
lot. So a guy I follow is what's his name? Nicholas Vainaglu or something. And he plays guitar for like Barzy and I think it's Camila Cabello or whatever her name is.
So
Celine Dion.
yeah. Super high up session sort of guy, I
Yeah,
guess.
absolutely. So like watching his stuff and he gives a lot of tips for like, sessions, musicians and stuff, it's really cool. I interrupted you. What were you going to
I
say?
was just going to say, like, it's great sort of like seeing all the like music and stuff, but you can sort of like, I feel like you can get too caught up in it sometimes.
For sure.
You know?
It's still social media.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
exactly.
And then like, I don't know about you guys, but you're just like, oh shit, I should be at that level, or I should be. I should.
Yeah.
You sort of look yourself to
You
sort of
compare
like
yourself.
you
I
compare
agree.
yourself a bit, and then it's just like, well, I try not to take it too seriously, like the social media stuff. It's like it's not real life, really.
No,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
You know
You can only be as good as you can be. Like
exactly. Yeah.
I watch all the drum videos and stuff. Like there's a guy you tagged me in, Ash Sohn.
Yeah, I love that.
He's really good. Nice, tight stuff. Paul Mabry, he does drum samples for That Sound. I want thatsound.com. I use those samples regularly. I didn't use his samples in your EP. I used Circle's drum samples. Same kind of thing. See, this is shit you'd never know.
Yeah.
But I look at all these people and I'm like, oh man, I want to be that good. But it's like, I don't have to be because I'm only as good as I can be. And
That's
you just
right.
need to embrace it and then put yourself out there. That's the difference between those guys and us. We're just not putting ourselves out there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I propose a challenge for the live room
I do.
panel. Guitar video every day for
All
a
right.
month. Just make it happen.
All right.
Riff a day, like whatever, something music related every day post.
I do live
You in
stories
on this?
every now and again.
You in? I will do it also if Sean Orr does it. And you're a far better musician than I am.
Money for nothing,
Don't say that.
day one.
That's it.
Because we could reference.
Yep.
Well, we could make
Trying to
that a
think of
challenge. The live room, a riff a day challenge for a month.
Okay.
We can
It's
trend
It's
it or
nearly,
something.
what's the next month?
Let's
Whatever.
start September 1st, which is Saturday.
Yep.
As of Saturday, full month. Awesome.
Post it on,
And we'll just,
post
you
it
know,
on your
we'll have a
Instagram
podcast.
so you can go
Yeah.
back. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know, just so we have something to talk about in the next podcast.
Pretty much.
But yeah, we could tag like live room podcast challenge, like riff
Yeah.
a day challenge sort of thing. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I think that'd be good. Because we do have some fellow musicians that actually watch the program. And they can get involved in
Absolutely,
it. And,
yeah.
get it trending. And
community project.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
Wow, you have such a big heart, Tyler.
Probably a little too big. I should get it checked out.
So what's been happening lately in your lives, all of your lives? What's been happening?
I'm pretty stable. Like,
Stable?
not entirely.
So what are you, a horse?
Yeah, more or less. Oh, destroying me on the puns today.
man.
You see, when you make a pun, it's like when Stephen Hammer gets triggered by us referencing something.
Yeah.
No, more or less. Like, I don't know. I'm feeling good. Like, we're rolling into spring weather now. There's been some
Yep.
sunnier
No, it's
days, and
been
I'm
so
just
good.
feeling,
Good moods out there.
I'm
Yeah.
wearing a t-shirt, dude.
yeah, man. I'm just feeling like high energy again. You know, it's good. I've sensed some, productive months coming ahead for
I
sure.
agree.
Everyone's coming out of
Great.
hibernation.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Yeah. So-
The
Like
time.
Good
Win-
vibes.
Yeah, I feel like winter, even like a musician, it's just the quieter month. So
Yeah, definitely.
spring's coming, just like, it's going to be more gigs. It's going to be outside. It's going to be great. Yeah.
What kind of tips would you give someone to like, as a full-time musician like yourself, like to stay afloat in winter? Because obviously there's not as many gigs going around.
Yeah, for like gigs, I'd sort of think just like be smart about it and sort of like book ahead. Like try and book as much ahead as you can.
Yep.
And just so you know you've got stuff coming. And,
of course.
And just like keep building like good relationships with different venues and places and people. And
you're really good at that. Whenever we've played together, like I've seen you always shake the guy's hand. And you're friendly to everyone.
And it's not hard. It's just like just being nice and just being.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, but just trying to book ahead and just try and get as much going and just try and make yourself. If you're not trying to book gigs, and just practice and try and make yourself as productive as you can.
Do you have a gig this weekend?
No, I don't.
So I'll be practicing.
So I'll be practicing. Yeah,
that's good.
But then like sometimes you have your weekends where there's not much going on, but
it's just part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game. Keep writing.
When summer rolls around, you'll have 5 a weekend probably.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
It's great.
But at least you're doing it full time. I think that was really interesting. Like, I don't know if it was like subconsciously or whatever, but as soon as you put your EP out there, you were doing gigs like this, boom, boom, boom. Because when we first started recording, you had just quit a job.
Yeah,
and I've always admired your ability to actually just say, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Throw caution to the wind.
Yep.
And I think you've done really well for yourself, honestly.
Definitely.
Yeah, I could definitely see myself doing better for the future. But
sure,
it's been. I left that job started last year, and sometime last year, and I've sort of still been doing this and keeping myself afloat and doing all right. So
that's one of the scariest things a lot of creative-minded people can do. Stop, doing the job and everything, and just boom, move on to that full-time sort of project.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I've always admired that too, because it's like, he's kind of living the dream, As a musician, that's the dream, just being able to.
But that's the thing, though, is like, because we can reference, like a lot of pub places or pub venues here pay the musicians really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could play 2 gigs, Saturday, Sunday, or Friday. You got a week's wage. That's it. It is very good. I mean, like I've said this a million times, the most I've ever made from a gig prior to coming here was like $25 at the Roller Roost 2.
And a hot dog?
And a hot dog?
25 and a hot dog?
Yeah.
Or a handshake?
Nope. No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I probably spent that on a KFC famous bowl afterwards.
Famous bowl?
You wouldn't know what that is because they don't have it here, but it's the best thing on the menu at KFC.
What's so famous about it?
It's world
I've heard of
famous
it.
because it's now on this program.
Hey.
Pun not intended.
It's technically
There's
now
no-
world famous.
There's no pun there.
What the famous bowl is, you get a little bowl, right? Okay, obviously, as the name implies, duh, Tyler. And then you throw mashed potatoes in there, popcorn chicken, corn, gravy, and shredded cheese on top.
Get rid of the corn, I'm in.
Shut up and take my money.
It's so good.
It's like the potato gravy on steroids.
How big is said bowl?
About average size bowl.
Just like a normal kitchen bowl?
Soup
And it's
bowl.
probably about this round and this deep. And it's about like $5-6. So it's good value.
Nice.
Fast food is always really good value.
Tis.
Can we take a minute to talk about the Double Down Burger at KFC?
Double down.
Have you seen it? Oh, that's
Oh,
what
yeah. It's like just 2 fillets.
it's 2 chicken, like fried chicken breasts with bacon and cheese in them.
That's it.
No buns.
Jesus.
No
No
buns,
buns.
son.
For any people on the keto diet out there who want to eliminate carbs,
Don't do
go
that.
KFC.
Well, I think I saw one recently. Like they had, I'm not sure. It might have been at Home Jacks, but they had like, maybe it was a pizza or something. But they had like pizza, chicken all over it, and then there was like pasta in the crust or something.
Oh, what?
Just like,
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
that's a carby meal.
Yeah. Like fried chicken on top, and then but like pasta in the
Yes.
crust. Just like-
Nice.
or maybe I've got that wrong, but
I
something
think you're
like
onto
that.
something.
Yeah.
Even
Right.
if that doesn't exist, you've just created
Yeah.
something. So.
I'm
We're
definitely.
calling you out, Mario Batali.
Yeah.
Only I
Action
may wear the
Bronson.
orange Crocs.
That's really funny. GoPro died,
GoPro died.
unfortunately, so we're still rolling with the cam here.
Okay.
How long are we in?
That's going to be the thumbnail, by the way. We just all looked.
We're into this about an hour. Anything you want to kind of bring it back down with? Any recent events? Anything? You started a new job.
Yeah, I've started a new job, so I have completely changed my schedule now. So, my schedule.
Working during the daytime now.
I'm early mornings.
Early mornings.
Yeah, I finish pretty much lunchtime,
That's
which is
great.
nice. Yeah, so it'll
Nice.
give me nights free to do more of this kind of stuff, more jams with you
that's
guys. So that'll be good. But and yeah, having a blast there. So making coffee, man, like it's good fun.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
What about you boys? What's anything you want to end on? Any pipe bombs you want to drop there, Sean? No.
Can't think of anything.
Any band names you want to release?
We'll get it out of him.
Nearly got you.
I can't really think of anything though.
It's all good, man. It's been a pretty chill podcast, eh, boys?
Pretty much.
Time flies.
I've been doing an album with Stephen Hammer.
That's cool.
Was been really cool. All my time's been wrapped up in that.
I've been following the progress on the page.
That's why we haven't done a podcast in a while. We have Stephen Hammer's band. I'm just going to leave it at that name because it might be a low point if I spoil it.
They called Megadeth now.
Megadeth with Dave Mudstain in his instant noodle hair.
You're killing
It's
me. I
rubbing
love
noodle
that.
hair.
But it's really good, really fun experience. I've got my new engineer working with me,
That's
Beautiful.
badass.
Jared Meadows.
Such a good man.
He used to be, him and his brother used to be the guys to go to in town for recording.
Definitely.
And now I've poached him.
Yeah.
Now I poached him like an egg.
Sunny side up.
Nah, don't scramble it, dude. So it's been really fun. Pretty full on. You guys would have no idea how much work goes into it now. We're nearly like 40 hours into it, and we
It's a lot of work, man.
haven't even finished tracking vocals, which we're going to do Saturday, and we probably won't even get through all of them. So
It's all part of the process.
it's part of the process, man. So
Damn, looking forward to hearing it though.
it's really good. I can show you a little bit. I can show you some snippets.
Hey,
after the
nice.
fact.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
not even mixed or anything, but it's just really raw. So
Cool.
it's a different sound. It's if you like Queens of the Stone Age and other stoner bands, it's very Sabbath, like early Sabbath. Who else can I compare it to? Like I wouldn't necessarily say The Sword, but that
Mastodon,
that
something
vibe.
like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's very in that realm.
They're all talented dudes in
Cool.
that band, so
Yeah.
they're going to create something.
Very good.
Mm.
Very good. So yeah, other than that, my life has been consumed by that. I'm moving house on Friday.
Didn't you get
Hey, nice.
Didn't you get a puppy dog or something? Did I see?
No.
that? I saw something.
That was my in-laws, my wife's family. They got a Japanese Spitz.
Wow.
Okay.
So we went there and picked up a cute little white dog.
Yeah.
I nearly, I really want a dog now.
You got to get a dog. Dogs are good.
Border
Dogs
collie.
are good.
I'd like a border collie.
A Newfoundland.
Need to
Come on.
walk them though.
Wow, I love it.
Just go.
You're
man.
wrong.
You've got a dog, haven't you? You've got a dog, haven't you?
Yeah. I've got a lovely little 3-year-old Staffy named
Yeah.
Luna.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
I've got a joke that I cannot say on.
Hey, come on. If I told my joke, you can say anything.
I cannot say this one. This one is really bad. But we'll save it. We'll
I'll
save
leave it in.
So save it until we take these off.
She said.
All right.
Look, I guess we're coming down to
This is the filthiest podcast we've done by
This
far,
is
man.
filthy dirty. I think we'll wrap it up here. Sean Orr, thanks for coming on the program.
It's great to
No
have you,
worries,
man.
Thank you.
Please
Thank you,
stay
gentlemen.
tuned for after this. You're going to hear Claustrophobia by Sean Orr and the Sean Orr Band, otherwise known as Or What.
No.
So listen to Sean Orr on Spotify, iTunes, the Eyes Wide Open EP available now. Please support him. He's a wonderful musician, great artist, and we'll see you guys on the next episode 9 of The Live.
Take care.
So stay tuned.
Take it easy, guys.
Woo! That's it.
The irony of a song called Claustrophobia and you're in a whisper room when you're...
Actually,
That's...
I'm claustrophobic in that room.
I
just wasting my time.